Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. Featuring today a 1 vs 1 on Langres. Yes, indeed. Langres, we shall be watching XinHao 001 fighting for the Americans. Taking on a rather aggressive fight. We can already see here with the 3 engineers start for the 1st Infantry Division. Facing off against the forces of WmDSpanky. WmD standing for Where's My Demo, and not some, as some people seem to think, it's weapons of mass destruction. It's not, it's just Where's My Demo, considerably more silly. But fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the, I don't know, let's just say the 17th SS, Götz von Berlichingen, Panzergrenadier Division. Composed mostly of ethnic Germans from Hungary, or was it Romania? Can't 100% remember. Was originally meant to actually be named Charlemagne, but that was already taken by the French division, so they rather had to do with the name of a mercenary commander, I believe. But a 3 engineer start, so obviously right here, XinHao is planning something pretty aggressive. And there's a bit of discussion here, rather mentioning that XinHao is a pretty aggressive player when he plays Wehrmacht. And obviously, considering the sort of an amount of engineers he's going for, he's also playing an aggressive American. Barracks up right here at the right-hand side, so obviously he might be sort of focusing more towards here. 2 pioneers start, and then some full grenadiers out for Spanky. Less aggressive in one way. Marching up with his full grenadier. Heading towards the center, in fact, so far ignoring this. In fact, he's going for both victory points right away. Also note, he's laying down some sandbags because this is a bit more of an exposed point, so he's laying down sandbags, of course, to ensure he can take this point without necessarily getting shot to bits and pieces. There we go, first rifleman squad out. Rifleman heading out, another squad immediately on the way. Following up. Second squad of full grenadiers out for Spanky, so a considerably more aggressive start from him as well, and he's not going to be sitting back passively. And looks like some engineers are coming under fire, feeling the wrath of the Wehrmacht. Points here being secured. Pioneers are getting shot at a bit as well. And some engineers sitting up there, but it looks like now they're linking up with the riflemen. This is also a pretty aggressive American tactic. Initially on that, actually working together with engineers to sort of give your initial force a bit of a more of a fire boost up close. Which can definitely mean any sort of initial fighting can definitely go to your advantage. As the engineers add a bit of their submachine gun fire to the riflemen's Garand fire up close. Not a lot of players do use it, but I mean, if used well, it can mean you get some pretty good solid fights in the beginning, causing losses to the Germans without suffering as much yourself. A bit of lighter fighting here between pioneers and engineers on the right hand side. The pioneers rather realizing they are outgunned and less good cover. More rifle now pushing in, although they have taken some losses due to the Volksguys working together, thus getting some more focused fire down. MG42 setting up. This is definitely going to make it difficult for XinHao to get in the push. At the same time, we're seeing some lighter fighting over here. Pioneers might not win this. At the same time, engineers and pioneers up here as north fighting as well. Getting pretty aggressive as taking on as many points, keeping up as much pressure on Spanky as possible. MG42 forced to move away. Volksguys quickly taking up position in the rather considerably large shed or small barn. Looks like right here XinHao is getting a beating, but at the same time, I mean, he's given Spanky quite some trouble, caused him quite some distress. And overall, XinHao has currently most of the map, in fact. Which is definitely to his advantage if he knows how to leverage it properly. Volksguys here, though, getting dropped and catching the troops out in the open, moving about as well with the house. Lovely. Lovely, and now the Volksguys, several Volksguys in fact right there, bite the dust, leaving a trail of dead Germans, leading all the way back to the base. Pioneers moving up. We're seeing several mines going up here by Spanky. That's a good move. He's sort of trying to keep the sensor ready and secure. Might also want to cover his flanks right here with some mines, and there we go. Good move there by Spanky. Mines can definitely help you survive many aggressive Americans. Sniper out, so looks like a true Volksguys MG sniper start, which can have a bit more problematic against a really aggressive American player. if it sort of keeps hitting from several points. But then again, that's what the mines are for, to mostly also to ensure that the sniper has a secure path of retreating in case of a great flank. And again, that some players do have a bit of a tendency for getting that. 3 Volksgunners going in for the cut-off, but they are wounded. And the 3 rifleman squads are now equipped with BARs. He's not getting any more. That's what he's getting. And again, very aggressive play from XinHao. Hyper-aggressive almost. Again, you know, using engineers to supplement their initial fighting force. And now just getting BARs without getting any further riflemen. He's again playing very aggressively. He wants to cause some damage. Also note here, mines as well. Lots of mining from both players. Absolutely amazing. Actually pretty rare we see that concerted mining from not just the Wehrmacht player, but also the American player. Though in this case, he seems to be getting around some of them, but still causing quite a bit of harm. And there we go, Volksgunners getting hit at. Shot at. In fact, the riflemen quickly skip over to the other side of the barn, engaging the Volksgunners directly. And there we go, he's actually got infantry defensive operations are up, meaning that the riflemen can lay down mines themselves, hiding them somewhere between all the other stuff.
We have finished construction.
There we go, mine down. Americans did have a tendency of carrying out a lot of stuff, but they also had in fact a tendency of throwing away a lot of it, which actually was just the distress of some commanders, as they rather found the American troops had a lot of waste. There we go, retreating and right through a mine. 1 man down, the rest though do survive, blowing up some poor bastard's cart. In the process though, and there we go, more mines, a sort of small minefield, in fact right between the 2 points here, and nicely done. Again, very nice use of mine, very aggressive. In fact, he's doing it to lay up a defensive build around this point, make it difficult for the Wehrmacht to advance any further here. You could also mine here, that would be excellent. Mines there would also be considerably nice. All mines here. I mean, again, there's a lot of points to mine. In fact, he's going straight up here, right next to the fuel point. Note, Spanky has barely anything left. He's got 2 points. That's it. He doesn't even have the fuel right outside. And his troops are taking heavy losses. 2 mines go off right there against the Volksgunners. Insane losses. And it's just a jumble of dead and wounded. And Hans is worried that someone's hand is touching his buttocks. And he's more worried it might be his own hand, because he can't feel it anymore. But Motorpool going up there, so again, very aggressive. He's pushing onwards. He's got the rifle, he's got the BARs. Now he's going for the armoured cars to sort of perhaps seal the deal. Although, I mean, Spanky is holding on, but it's rather desperately. Going for a Kriegbarks now, hoping for the Grenadiers to salvage the day. The Grenadiers being much more of a threat. Of course, you could also consider getting a medic bunker, but that should probably not happen right away. He's not got quite the infantry to really feed that yet. But there we go, some Grenadiers out. They are definitely going to be standing a better chance against the rifle, and also be doing a better chance of pretty much killing them. So there we go, the Grenadiers leading the way. The Volksgunners sticking up to the side, pushing up in the center. Sniper should... oh wait, that's not... XinHao's mines. That is on the other hand. More riflemen waiting here. They couldn't mine there as well. And there we go, Motorpool armoured car on the way for XinHao. He could also mine there, he could mine there. In fact, there's a lot of places he could mine, although of course with the armoured car, he wants to save some of that munitions to upgrade it. Although again, I don't think he should be cutting down on the mines. If anything, he should be mining more otherwise. Minesweepers moving in there, of course, Spanky taking good precautions. Moving in there to clear that one out, although exposing the pioneers considerably. They do manage to sort of sweep it on the retreat. Come on, Hans. I'm trying. Well, ich bin trying. Holding up there, keeping an eye out for Americans. Good move there by Spanky. Grenadiers moving out. More Volksgunners. He's actually getting some veterans out, but he's not got a pack out yet. And on the other hand, XinHao has an armoured car out. There we go, the Volksgunners spotted, and they get the pleasure of coming under fire. I imagine we will be seeing a minesweeper though from anti-tank gun up from Spanky soon. Pioneers though are in a generally overall poor condition. They need some veterans or medic packs. Otherwise they are going to be cannon fodder. Rub moving up there. Opening up on the Volksgrenadiers. Volksgunners quickly pulling into the heavier cover. So they might have an advantage against the riflemen in this fight. Might though. Oh, sniper adds in. Definitely have the advantage there. And a fresh mine down, but pioneers move in again. On this case, getting in engaged by engineers doing considerably less well of a job, although one pioneer bites dust. Armored car is quick to move in though.
Enemy unit
Gets the pioneer and the minesweeper. Volkswagen are now being hunted down. And let's go have a look at Spanky of the 17th SS under fire. Pack moving out.
Where do you want us?
MG holding up here, ensuring that there's no direct charge at the strategic point right here. What little he has left. Although we might be seeing XinHao going in for the fuel right there. Bunker going down. Could be a medic bunker. And I wonder what the engineers are doing there. What they are planning. Volkswagen Grenadiers fighting against the riflemen up there, but again we might be seeing those other chaps here sneaking up on the flank. Sniper moves in to add some fire. The rifleman pulling away. Sniper so far 5 kills, not so much. Against the aggression by the American players, rather limited his overall usefulness. He's constantly had to be aware of flanks and not exposing himself in a position that could get him killed on retreat. Bunker up. Setting up a defensive perimeter around it. Pack moving out, ready to cover. An armor car. Oh, the pack can't fight. Oh, there we go. Nice hit. Armor car almost down. Rifleman forced into the barn and quickly away. At the same time, push up towards the victory point is quickly stopped by the MG42 and going for the victory munitions over there. Spanky is slowly but surely pushing back. XinHao, who needs something a bit extra to sort of push back the crowds. There we go, another push up the center. Riflemen, engineers. No flamethrowers for the engineers for XinHao anyways. More mines there. In fact, no minesweepers either. But no more, overall, not a lot more mines for Spanky. Right now, they're stopped by concerted German fire. Not sure what the engineers intend to do over there.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
And we are seeing a medic station up for XinHao. Actually, that's definitely going to help him if Spanky doesn't get it. But here's the thing again, the placement of it basically means it's close to the front line, as you might have noticed, but it is also protected by the Bakar, so if Spanky wants to get at it, he needs to get down here, and that's going to put him in a slightly more uncomfortable angle at the moment. Could mean his troops could get flanked or anything. So in that sense, this is a slightly safe medic station. Engineer unit went down to the Grenadiers. A small victory for the Wehrmacht. Bunker yet to be upgraded, although there we go. He has the munitions for it now. Not sure what's going on there a bit. But medic station definitely going to help XinHao in the longer run. As long as the medics don't get executed for being spies.
We are losing territory.
There we go, the medic that was gunned down quickly pulled back, although he'll probably find himself in a job he's overqualified for in some ways. Never mind, the medic got shot, so now the engineer's back on the ground, slightly cursing his luck. Grenadier is awfully close to a mine there, and looks like XinHao might be hoping to lure him in. That would definitely be very nice for him, less nice for Spanky, and the troops right there. More Grenadiers out. Bunker getting upgraded. Assault phase up. Grenadiers taking up position in the house. And there we go. Completely making this untenable position by XinHao. Never mind, he's actually moving in. More riflemen. Right into 2 squads of Grenadiers now in considerably better positions. Armored car adds into the fire. Should be careful though. And there we go. The armored car goes off. And there we go. The mine goes off. Killing 1 Grenadier, leaving the rest suppressed and wounded. At the same time, decent progress being made up here on the left side. Nice harassment, although one Volkswagen squad left to coat the flank, but they're not having quite as much luck with that. Never mind. They see the American riflemen off, with the squad leader pointing out when they have to reload. Sniper up, 13 kills, 13 Töten. And there we go, the engineers are going to be suffering considerably as the MG opens up with the aiders of the Volksgrenadiers. There we go. Nice central Grenadier push. Armor car opens up. Pack awfully close. 1 wounded actually makes it back to the medic station. A miracle. And 50 caliber on the armored car. Troops healing and reinforcing. Grenade. Ooh. Close, close. He might have a better luck against the Grenadiers, although his riflemen right here are out on the wrong side of the cover and are absolutely getting gutted by the Grenadiers, and the Volkswagen down to 2 men suppressed. Pack though decrewed, Armored car takes the chance and moves in for the kill. Rifleman here, though, getting suppressed. Almost. Oh, Rifleman squad down for XinHao. Armored car, though, blasting away, knowing there's nothing to prevent, and calling in an artillery strike as well. Although a bit of a curious position to do so. Pack getting recruited. Armored car moves in, getting a Pioneer squad. Nice move, nice move. Again, very aggressive play by XinHao. And we could be seeing this pack getting cleared out. Sniper, though, moving up. Getting further kills, trying to stop the riflemen, but they just seem to refuse. And more artillery. On-map artillery in this case. So he's gone for an on-map howitzer now. Firing at the medic bunker. Was it at the retreat part of the pack? Who knows? Riflemen very desperate to get the pack crew. Though they seem to have considerably less luck, although gaining veterans who won the process.
We have lost a unit.
And there we go, the pack gets decrewed, and the riflemen quickly retreat as the rest of the Wehrmacht shifts forward. In fact, one Volkskrieger squad is dead, considerably low units, 2 Grenadier squads, some MG, sniper, and some Volksgrenadiers. They don't really have a lot left. More Pioneers there to replace the ones lost in the heavy fighting. Observation post there, by the way, so there's definitely munitions for more grenades, mines, and artillery. And some engineers stopped right there as they thought they were getting clever. No doctrine yet as for Spanky as of yet. One might have figured he would go defensive, but no, he hasn't. And there we go, second Pioneer squad ready. Veteran D2 up for the infantry, by the way, making them considerably tougher. Something's being built, I suspect. More artillery being fired, and there we go, we're actually seeing a Panzer command. Artillery being leveled right here against this, what he's figuring is the main point of focus for Spanky, particularly since he knows there's a bunker now. Though so far not really hitting anything. Again, you should be careful about firing artillery at what you suspect rather than firing artillery at what you know. And there we go, sniper gets a medic. Grenadiers going for the cutoff right here. Getting grenaded though and pushed away. Heinz did not make it though. Finding fragmentation grenades to be detrimental to his health. And some engineers moving up. Could they go for the bunker with the demo charge? Just some flamethrowers? No, they're going for the victory point. Interesting, he's just going for pressure. Five command points, and he's actually going terror, and he's going for the right-hand side, not for the left hand. And artillery getting called in right here, forcing away the MG quickly, allowing further glorious victory to be enabled by the American troops right here. At the same time, more riflemen are pushing up. The armored car continues to patrol. No mines, though. I would love to see some more mines from Spanky at the moment. Of course, he might be saving all resources for a firestorm, and of course the other resources for something from the Panzer Command. He could try Knight's Cross, he could try Ostwind, he could try a Panzer IV. Of course, any sort of armor at the moment would work out quite nicely because XinHao is not prepared for it. He has no anti-tank assets, nothing that could stop a Panzer raging into his lines. And another unit down. Looks like a Pioneer squad as well suffered an inglorious death. High losses to the Pioneer units of the 17th SS. Although probably more the regimental, or was it battalion level Pioneers, because the Germans also had some more besides the divisional. I believe it was either battalion or regimental level. They also had another Pioneer unit for each unit. Grenadiers and Volkskrieger are moving up. MG supporting, very close. Medics pulling in the wounded, and the first German soldier has actually been recovered. So far, though, he's not been having much luck in actually getting anything out of that medic bunker. Whereas the medic station is very close to actually getting out a fresh squad. And we're actually seeing an Ostwind flak panzer. Did not fight in Normandy, but let's imagine it's an actual flak panzer which did fight. Whether that would have been the flak panzer Gepard, I think, for the 17th SS. Based on the Panzer 38, he did not quite have a biggest gun, but Who's counting? Empty the opens up on the rifleman. German infantry pushing out against the rifleman. Could get a grenade, but no, the Americans get a grenade first to cover their retreat. And there we go, the Flakpanzer is bereit. Should be careful though, has not an awful lot of health in comparison to an actual panzer. Howards are firing again. And there we go, Ostwind getting direct hits. Engineers quickly retreat, realizing they will not survive in such a fight. And the armored cars hoping it will survive this. More artillery being leveled against the bunker. And XinHao's response is to get an anti-tank gun, which could work as long as the Ostwind decides not to flank or get supported by infantry. Or for that matter, Firestorm gets leveled off. But there we go. Might get the armoured car. It was not actually pulled back for retreat. And there we go. The Ostwind secures a kill. Nicely done right there by Spanky. Keeps the infantry supported. Firing away. Riflemen suffering under the fire, but so far the Ostwind's actually having a bit of a hard time actually hitting any riflemen at the moment. And the anti-tank gun slowly but surely pushes forward in the hopes of getting off some good shots, and we are seeing the Ritterkreuzträger, the veterans of the 17th SS. A bit of a desperate Kampfgruppe, those are the only armoured support that can be mustered is the Flakpanzer. And there we go, one more hit and the Ostwind will be going up in flames. Artillery being fired. Again, I think this is more towards a suspected position rather than perhaps, trying to hit the retreating Ostwind Flakpanzer, in which case he would have had a bit more of a bonus, since there's also pattering about here, though he doesn't quite know that. Shame, though, by XinHao. Definitely missed out on a nice opportunity there, but let's go have a look at him. Now, of course, heading up the left-hand side, he's still got a nice force. In fact, he's had one rifleman squad just formed out from the wounded, giving him additional infantry. Definitely going to help. Mine goes off there, hitting the retreating grenadiers. And overall, XinHao still holds the map, but he's starting to run into some problem. He's slowing down because Spanky has been able to sort of put down his foot and hold the line. And now with the Ostwind, he's actually going to be pushing a bit more solidly to XinHao. What XinHao could consider, and also note, he's actually pulling back an anti-tank gun to the base to heal and reinforce. Not a lot of players do that, but nicely done there. But what he should consider is actually getting a tank depot and then getting some armor out to sort of counter this, but also, cause some problem for the German infantry. And then support that with artillery, in case an anti-tank gun appears. Instead, he's actually going for the machine gun emplacement. That's actually getting stopped by a German machine gun. He should cancel that before he loses the engineers. And there we go. Again, I suspect the tank depot would do better. Grenadiers rushing straight at them, though, and hitting a mine. Knights Cross are moving up. Already 3 kills. Sticking to the craters. Left by the enemy's artillery, ever so lovely. More artillery being fired again. And is providing support. But they are quite outgunned. I mean, we're talking about 4 squads of riflemen. That's pretty much all the riflemen that XinHao has at the moment. Ostwind moves in rather brazenly, and there we go. Lots of sticky bombs going off as well as the anti-tank gun scores several hits. Or several anti-tank guns do. And there we go. The Ostwind bites the dust. And is but a wreck. At the same time, another armor car has actually appeared for XinHao, fighting right here on the left flank against some Volksgrenadiers, although should be careful, he could get knocked out with a Panzerfaust. We're actually seeing a retreat right here, having suffered a bit. The MD42 proving ever useful. And mind so do all the Knights Cross and the Grenadiers. And we want some Pioneers on the retreat. Well, I'm pretty sure we can guess the target. And there we go, and he gets a triage center, although we do see a rifleman squad more reform, giving him 5 squads of riflemen. I mean, the loss of the howitzer is definitely going to be painful. Of course, we could try and replace it with another one. Pushing forwards there with a considerably larger force. Should try and spread out a bit. Sniper they're at, and of course the MG42, and of course stopping the major push right there again. XinHao needs to spread out his troops. He seems to be losing a bit in the longer game. That can be a problem for some players who are really good, you know, at being early on aggressive, but sort of as the game gets longer and more drawn out and a bit more complex, I mean, they can run into some problems. And so they don't entirely know how to sort of push an advantage in that sort of fight. Volsker's holding out in the bank, going for the MG, but he's lost a veteran to 2 riflemen score. That's not good. He gets the pack, but again, at that cost, I mean, it's just going to be recruit as well. That was a very doubtful action by XinHao, and we are seeing a second howitzer up, adding to the amount of artillery he has. Troops continue to get sniped. Firing in more artillery, and there we go, the MG's retreated. Sent packing to das Vaterland. Quick push by the Knight's Cross. Keeps the flank secure. Looks like we are talking about 2 squads of Knight's Cross so far for Spanky. Anti-tank in here. Getting hunted down. He could try and recruit himself, adding a bit more anti-tank support to his own side.
Enemy unit.
Or he could also consider mining it, so when Spanky tries to get it, he'll instead get a bit of a nasty explosive surprise. But again, it rather seems like XinHao's stopping with the mines. There we go, the MG moving up, Knight's Cross moving up. He could call in some map artillery and just basically try to knock out the bunker. With a considerable amount of artillery just focused down on the same spots. There we go. Pioneer's gone. Medic's gone. Bunker taking a bit of a hit there. Rifleman hold up, but getting assaulted by the Knight's Cross. Ostwind Flak Panzer number 2 goes out. Helmut wonders. Does our commander know we are not actual panzers? Knight's Cross were actually forced away. Heavy losses. Veterans free for the rifleman side. Other moving up there. Anti-tank, and so getting sniped. The other one has also been decrewed. There's a third one out. Oh dear, that's actually a bit of a nasty thing, and he hasn't finished off the bunker right here. He needs to blast it with more artillery. And now the Ostwind's moving in, and again there's only 1 anti-2. Of course there's also a sniper nearby. There we go, nice hit on the Ostwind. No veterancy for it. Spanky could consider that, and there we go. Howitzer off. And he gets the sniper direct hit. That's taking a risk and it paying off. That's about it. And meanwhile the Ostwind changes targets and goes for the rifle right there, going for the munitions. Spanky though is still contained, but I mean he's perhaps slowly turning the tide. He's causing some losses to XinHao, who suddenly lost all of the rifle he gained through medic stations. Armor car though now also getting blasted, and again I really would have loved to see some tank debs up for XinHao and some more mines. Anti-tank gun recruit, and there we go, the Greyhound bites it, and the anti-tank guns should be pulled back. They are considerably exposed for that energy support. We'll now see the rifle moving in. Knight's Cross moving in, the anti-tank gun crews are getting slaughtered. And there we go, the Knight's Cross are now up in the face of the veterans of 3 riflemen. This could easily go badly for either side. Grenade goes off, although of course that grenadier supporting, and there we go, the Knight's Cross are losing badly. Could in fact get killed.
Losing ground out there.
Medic bunker almost ready. Pack getting assaulted again. Another rifleman squad reformed. That is 3 squads of riflemen so far reformed for XinHao. That's quite a bit of manpower there put together and salvaged from the battlefield. And certainly something that's allowed him to sort of keep up this rather heavy manpower or map control against Spanky. And there we go, grenade goes off, killing several Volkskriegs. Artillery going off, getting the MG42, completely denying that. Although we are seeing the rifle getting hunted down by the Ostwind up north. And the medics continue to pull in the wounded. Already halfway full again. Although one anti-tank gun left. The Ostwind, if it was to flank, could actually sort that one out. The rest will be needed to be recruited. There's something. And a Grenadier squad bites the dust for Spanky. Heavy losses for the 17th SS. Cursing the Supreme Commanders for only sending in Ostwinds. Another hit on the Ostwind. It's all of a sudden not very combat secure. Still no veterancy for his flak panzers either. Denying them a nice damage reduction bonus. Grenadier down. And fuel secured. Rifleman pushing up. And getting blasted by the Ostwind. Knights Cross moving in from a flank. Oh, they're running straight into the veteran CV rifleman. A bit less auspicious. Mildly put as they take a walloping. And again, artillery directly against it. And looks like another V1. Or is it the first one still just finishing up? As they do actually have considerable cooldown time now that I remember. And so far, no King Tigers yet. Again, showing that you don't necessarily have to go for it to sort of be doing something. And in fact, Spanky makes nice progress on the left-hand side. And again, XinHao seems to be just getting armoured cars for that. Again, I really would love to see him getting a tank diver and some tanks out. Desperate fighting up the centre. Armour car quickly moves in for flank. And quickly gets panzer-fausted. Rifleman getting retreated. And the anti-tank guns are exposed. And this is probably where he should have had a machine gun in place sort of to protect the anti-tank guns. So no matter if they got assaulted, he could quickly pull them back and have them covered. We are seeing reinforcements arriving on the field. We are seeing an anti-tank on the far right flank. Opening up in the Ostwind, hoping to get it. Might even succeeds in doing so. Main gun destroyed. Another Ostwind flak panzer on the way. Grenadiers on the run. False Grenadiers holding out. The Americans bleeding out on the fields of glory. Tragically so. And not faring too well in the process. And now it looks like the Knights Cross. And now XinHao sliding up. Machine gun placement right in the middle of everything without support for it. Again, I rather think he's getting a bit desperate. And again, not to show himself in a longer match. And there we go. Machine gun emplacement quickly destroyed. In fact, before it was finished or cancelled. Although it looks like another rifleman squad might be reformed, which would mean 4 squads of riflemen put together. More than he in fact ever himself trained. And there we go with the anti-tank gun caught off guard and knocked out by the Ostwind. And the anti-tank gun up here, opening up on the armoured car, knocking it out. 3 armoured cars out for XinHao. Volkskriegs Grenadiers supporting the flak panzer on the right-hand side. Quick taking up position in the house, although could risk getting grenaded out. Then again, they could also consider doing a lot of damage to the riflemen as they're outside. There go grenade. Quickly evacuating the premises as grenade after grenade blow up inside the living room. And there we go, again a machine gun emplacement. That's the third one he's trying with. And might be the same one that can completely wreck before it's finished. I have no idea what XinHao's intending there, but he should consider some slightly more sensible positions instead of that far forward. Spanky's men, though, are getting spanked, and we are finally seeing some veterans up for the Panzers, more specifically the flak Panzers. That's of course holding out here. And a grenadier gets directly hit by an anti-tank, and there we go. Us moving in for the left side, moving in from the right side. There's only one anti-tank gun. Short work, sticky bomb, and another rifle squad bites the dust. No further anti-tank defenses for XinHao. Anti-tank, in fact, gets recruited by the Germans.
Enemy down, reload.
And things have considerably spiraled out of XinHao's hands, I fear. Although I'm sure Spanky is considerably less fearful. Of course, now sorting out the Austrians, he's not taking. Not sure why Fraps is acting up. Sadly, he does this from time to time. Ooh, a desperate fight. And the anti-tank gun gets wrecked by the Austrians. Artillery hammering in. Getting a few troops, but not quite much. There's another sticky bomb on an Ostwind, leading both with damaged engines. But sadly, XinHao has nothing to really hunt them down with now. He's been considerably crippled, in fact. He's down to 3 rifleman squads again, having had so many. Yet also lost them, partly due to the fact of his inability to really sort out the Austrian flak panzers. His refusal to get any tank depots when he range over anything. And just constantly feeding in troops and leaving his anti-tank guns constantly exposed and getting them knocked out. Although we might be seeing another rifleman squad put together again, which will put him up to 5 squads of riflemen, except no, now the medics are getting murdered. Oh, looks like he might make it back. And there we go. Another squad of riflemen assembled from the wounded, from the broken bodies of his own many men. And another push forwards. The considerably growing force, which is not quite being wasted, as XinHao does with his own men. Moving up them the right flank, but again lacking in heavier support assets, except the howitzer. And of course, that could get knocked out with another V1. We are seeing now all of a sudden a base rush, but I think that's a bit too late. I mean, he should have done that early. We wanted to do that. Not close to bloody 40 minutes into the match. And there we go, rifleman squad. We're executing. He actually uses the Knight's Cross to secure the BR, and that's usually considered a bit of a waste, but I suppose that could work nonetheless. But I think the Grenadiers would have benefited more with 32 kills, by the way. And 23 on the Knight's Cross, the Ritterkreuzträger. We see the riflemen again. Veterans, you free 19 kills and 18 kills on the other chaps. Only one supply upgrade, and the howitzer unleashes another furious barrage. But again, XinHao has nothing to really stand against the opponent. The Berger, though, finally bites the dust, but that's about it. He's still lacking in something to deal with the Austrians, this bane of his infantry. With the 37mm guns meant to shatter aircraft, but doing quite remarkably well against flesh and bone as well. And going for the munitions up there. I mean, still large map control, but again, I mean, at a considerable cost, and he's been lacking in the sort of things that could rather stand up against it. Again, he needed armor. He needed to push the advantage, but sadly that didn't happen. We do see one Austrian actually going down to artillery. Quite nicely chanced right there and successfully worked out. No, yeah, these rifles need to get out of there. They're not going to be standing any chance against this many Knight's Cross. These riflemen are going to be standing a chance against the false grenadiers. And now we're seeing off-map combat group. We're seeing, good lord, 2 armoured cars and a tank destroyer. I mean, the tank destroyer is going to work out nicely against the US, but of course there's still the anti-tank, and of course you'll need to deal with that. Knights, of course, are moving in. They are... Oh, he could be calling in another V1.
We're losing territory.
And we are seeing the King Tiger be prepared. We're seeing the Greyhounds unleashing fury upon the Ritterkreuzträger. And there we go, they are moving in. And there's a nice gap right here in the lines of XinHao's base. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. The Ritterkreuzträger on a mission of death and destruction. And there we go, the droning of the V1. The Vengeance rocket. Promising certain vengeance and distraction for all the once men lost, although the Knights Cross might go down the retreat. And there we go, another howitzer blasted out with a considerably heavier load of explosives from above. And at this stage, XinHao is somewhat crippled, although he has 5 rifleman squads again. Might have had one come up from the off-map combat group. He's got the tank destroyer, of course there's the anti-tank gun as well, and now he's got no howitzers, so he can't knock them out. And another, oh, don't tell me he wasted the veterancy free rifleman on that. I mean, that's the absolutely last thing he wants to do, but again, XinHao has nothing else to send in, and that again is his problem. He's lacking in the things that can actually help. And there we go, the pack gets it, or yes, that was the pack in fact. That's the 50mm anti-tank gun. Greyhounds moving in there, taking heavy damage. The 50mm is sold out, but the pack gets the M10, the Wolverine. And now down to 3 squads of riflemen. Again, such heavy and punishing casualties.
Ready for order.
And in some cases, I wager quite unnecessary. Although it rather looks like that Mr. Spanky might have lost a squad of grenadiers amongst other things.
They have 200 points left. Losing a victory.
But still, there are the Ostwinds, and XinHao does not have the means to destroy them. When he had the chance, he did not go for it. Instead, he sort of continued down the same path and left it vulnerable to infantry. And in that sense, that was his tragic flaw. A nice, solid, aggressive play, but he's not prepared for armor, clearly. And he tried to do with anti-tank guns, but he left them unprotected for quite a bit of the match, which rather resulted in them constantly getting cleared out, rather limiting their overall effectiveness. We do see another tank, so we're seeing 2 mortars and some riflemen, but overall, I mean, he's not got a lot that can really threaten Spanky anymore. And Spanky, of course, could just go for a Panther now if he wants to, I suspect. Another bunker going up for Spanky, and a repair bunker is up there. Knights Cross close to death. And there we go, XinHao realizing he cannot win this and conducts a retreat. And I mean, there you go. Rather brutal fight. Really, really aggressive play from XinHao in the initial minutes of the game. A really lot of damage, a lot of mining, but then it fell apart. He didn't quite know how to finish it off, and he fell apart. He wasted resources on machine gun emplacements. He went for anti-tank guns, which he never really properly protected, ensuring they were quickly cleared out and even stolen by the enemy, leaving him exposed to the Ostwinds, which were rather his main problem. He should have gone for a tank depot, and he should have gotten some Shermans and some tanks, and he would probably sort out Spanky quite nicely with the artillery support off map and on map, but it didn't quite happen. Instead, he sort of threw himself into a fight and rather played out to Spanky's advantage, which was basically shooting him down with MGs and Ostwinds. I mean, he had great flanks in the beginning, then again later on, none. He didn't try to flank the MG, he didn't try to flank anything. And that considerably hurt him. Despite, having a great infantry advantage at one stage, he just wasted it. He didn't know what to do with it. Spanky, on the other hand, certainly fought desperately, but I mean, overall, he knew how to fight a longer match. He slowly but surely fought his way back. He got the Austrians, and again, he was not countered, which is quite considerably lucky for him. Had XinHao gotten for some armor, the Austrians would have been considerably less useful, but he didn't. In that sense, Spanky went for the right thing, he went for the right weakness, and he won his way through. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own, or provide some feedback in the comments. Also, to those wondering about the skin pack, yes, I've finally gotten around to uploading it. Links are on the front page, and in the description for this channel. If it's wrong, let me know and I'll sort it out. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.